In Iowa news, Tuesday's election drew more attention to the school board races across the state, and it seems politics were a contributing factor. State House reporter Skylar Talal dives into the results, along with what issues seem to be important to Iowans.
School board elections are usually pretty sleepy affairs. We don't see a lot of action. The only time when things get a little bit more exciting is when there's some issue that seems to motivate a particular district or more generally.
Policies coming from the State House seem to be a driving factor in many of the contested races voters saw on Tuesday, banning sexually explicit books from schools, requiring staff to inform parents if their child requests a gender or pronoun change, or just a few of the new laws impacting schools, and is the reason a coalition of Iowa groups, including One Iowa, the Iowa State Education Association, and Interfaith Alliance, chose to endorse 13 school board candidates, successfully winning 11 of the seats.
I think the voters were very clear about what they will and won't accept for school district candidates, and book banning bullies are not on the list of acceptable folks.
Supporting many of the education laws passed last session, Moms for Liberty chose to endorse over a dozen school board candidates, but overwhelmingly lost, only picking up one seat. Believing this election isn't a total loss, Geraldine Jones, the chair for the Linn County Moms for Liberty, says we're not angry with the results, and their chapter membership has actually grown, and says they'll be better prepared for future elections. Now, Iowa school boards weren't the only races politics seeped into. In Pella, Iowans rejected a referendum by only 87 votes. It would have allowed their city council more power over their local library, making its way onto the ballot after members of the community asked the library to remove certain books, like Genderqueer, from the shelves, but were denied.
While I was watching everything unfold, it really instilled upon me the universal truth that Iowans support their libraries, but also their historic and transparent form of governance.
In Des Moines, Skylar Talal reporting.
In other Iowa news, a State Farm study shows Iowa is in the top 10 states where drivers are the most likely to collide with an animal on the road, especially this month. Both law enforcement and body shops see the most incidents in November, but drivers are also at high risk in October and December, with more deer popping out later in the year. A deer collision can happen at any moment, but Iowa State Patrol Trooper Conrad says the mornings are a prime time for herds on the move. Even though we're still in the beginning of the month, collision centers are already seeing a high number of cars coming into the shop with damage from crashes involving deer.